know, blank, this must be blank. I would have them do it on their own, together. So you've modeled how to do that procedure, and maybe you still wanna model that first row, but then I would have them do it.
So you say next word and they still all say it
I
together,
know.
but you're not saying it.
I'm not saying it with them at
Okay.
that point.
The
because
way
at
she
that
broke
point-
down that first row for us today, just so we understood how it worked, she would leave that out once your students can just do the whole card with
Yeah,
her.
once they know how to say that.
So you still do it all together, but you're just as
Yeah.
a teacher not saying it with them.
Right.
You're just listening to them.
And again, like if your kids aren't getting it or if they're making a lot of
Right.
mistakes, definitely jump right in
Right.
and do it with them.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you guys to whisper those words on your word card for 1 minute. If you get to the end, by the end of the 1 minute, start back at the top again. Remember, if you don't know a word, use your clue words to figure out the words you don't know. Ready? Begin. Okay, so we're gonna just pretend that a minute lapsed. So it's hard to hear if they're making mistakes. Make sure that they're at least whispering. I do have some kids that are just mouthing the words, but I always tell them you have to be enunciating them, because if they're not enunciating them, it's not gonna affect their fluency and accuracy. They have to be saying them out loud, if that makes sense. And some kids don't like to do that, but they have to do it. All right, so what we'll do is you have a passage behind your lesson plan there that has long I patterns. This is not one from your kit, this is just one that I printed off quickly. Okay, so our passage today is called Tie at Night. This passage will help you read words that have the IGH pattern, saying the long I sound, and the Y pattern, saying the long I sound. I want you to whisper read that passage for 2 minutes. If there's a word that you don't know, look up and I will tell you the word. Ready? Begin. Okay, so you do that for 2 minutes, and again, like if students finish early, they're starting back up at the top. Hopefully they're comfortable asking you for help, because there will be words that they struggle with. All right, so now that we whisper read that, now I'd like you to partner read. If your partner makes a mistake, make sure you tell them the correct word. Ready? Begin.
Susan, would you have one partner read the whole thing, and then the other partner read? We can talk about that, just different ways they could be doing it.
Okay, stop. So you can do partner reading in different ways. If you have kids that are really struggling with the text, I might have partners go sentence by sentence. What I found is that some kids don't even know where a sentence ends, so sometimes that partner reading sentence by sentence can reinforce that. If you have students that are really just using this as a firming up and they're pretty successful, you may have them take an entire paragraph or have one partner read the entire selection. But I would just use your professional judgment with that and how much they struggle. So I know with Brooke's students, when we do the passage reading, we typically go sentence by sentence. So, any questions about that at all? All right, so the last thing we'll do is chorally read this passage. I want you to try to keep your voice with mine. We'll start with the title. Ready? Begin. Tie at night. Tie likes to spy at night. Tie will find a bug on a path at night. So you guys get that. I just want to make sure you got all those procedures. So that's the whole lesson. I get questions about chorally reading for 2 minutes because I know the lesson plans are set up for that. I would just say as long as you can make it through the entire passage, I don't know that you need to chorally read it for 2 minutes because that's quite a long time. Are there any questions about this lesson at all?